Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next match in the B Division of season something. There's definitely a season going on. I don't remember the number. So Seer Engine is gonna happen here. You can use Native Village to set aside provinces and get really consistent and really fast. So I might even already just not get a loan because I just want to hit 5. So this might be like Scheme Scavenger or something. Or Scavenger Silver. And I did say I want to hit 5, right? But Scheme is a consideration, right? And again, you can use Native Village to set aside provinces. You can use Artificer even to maybe get a bunch of stuff. But otherwise, there's no other gains. So I guess the question would be whether or not Artificer can get provinces, and I don't see why it couldn't, especially on the last turn when you set aside a bunch of stuff with Native Village. You just need to hit 8, and then Artificer can toss a bunch of stuff that you set aside all game with Native Village. So you can probably double province on the last turn for sure, but maybe you can do it a turn as well. Just by tossing Native Villages and Smithies and maybe setting up a turn with Seers. So Silver Scavenger I'm kind of leaning towards. Scheme Scavenger could be nice because you can top deck the Scavenger and just toss your hand every single turn. Silver Scavenger lets me hit double 5 potentially. Although that is also mitigated because if I find Scavenger turn 1, I'm just always going to toss. Am I really skipping loan? I feel like I am. Maybe that's crazy. But I feel like Poacher is just worse than Scavenger in every way, though. I don't know, I'm going to do the Silver Scavenger thing, I think. I'm going to just try it. We'll see how it goes. I will get a loan, but I'm not going to open loan. At least that is the thinking. He gets 2 loans. I will get 1 loan now, and now I will get my Seer. He is trashed twice, and he has 2 Seers. My Scavenger bottom decked, which is just the worst. I think 1 Seer is better than an Artificer for now. Yeah. He got to go first, and how good was his loan? He didn't find a loan until turn 5. He bottom decked it. But he also hit 5 before shuffling, and that tends to win games. Okay. We could leave this on top. There's a Seer that will guarantee draw a loan. There's an estate in there, and then the rest is just copper. And presumably it will draw a bunch of Scavenger and all these silvers and such. So I'm not sure. Oh, that is 8 cards. That is a lot of cards. That is a lot of cards. I think we're just gonna play it safe here and just do something like this. Hopefully it works. He's already getting schemes, which is good for him. Not for me. I don't think I've played my loan once. I have not. So I'm just dead, right? Like, I guess skipping loan was bad. Like, I didn't like the poacher open. I feel like scavenger's just better, but maybe the open was scavenger alone. But I also just bottom decked stuff, so I don't know. I guess I could just play another seer here. I suppose I could just toss 3 cards already. Like, I'm still going to hit 5, right? And I do want to gain and play my scheme. We can top deck the loan. Seems like a good idea. I think I just still want more seers, although I will want a native village pretty soon. I can always just gain and play a native village. Maybe I want to, maybe one more seer, and then I can get a second artificer. Although, like, at the same time, I'm not gonna win this game by, like, playing it safe. So maybe I just get my second artificer now. Just start already on the native village. And just kind of hope 2 seers work out, because I am pretty likely to find the scavenger every turn. It is an advantage I have that he doesn't. So maybe this is just second artificer already, so I can just at least start on the native village stuff. Potentially here. I'm willing to try it at least. Well, we'll see how it goes. But, you know, trashing 5 cards is pretty good, I've got to say. Yeah, I think scavenger alone was the open, but I mean, the idea was you'd find scavenger turn 1, you'd find your seer, and then the seer would pick up loan, and then, like, I don't think I had very good shuffles here. I don't think it's indicative of my open, even though it probably wasn't the best open. I don't think it was nearly as good as it could have been. He's already looking pretty won. I mean, it's hard to argue with killing 5 coppers. It really is. He can even toss coppers to gain cards, and then just, like, he's never gonna dud again. I can probably resign in the next turn or 2 here, even if I dud. He's probably going to get to the point where he can double province with Artificer just by building. I wouldn't be surprised. He's getting his native village now. Yep, that seems pretty good to me. Wow. He did top deck his native village, which is pretty nice. It's not going to do much for him now, though. He'd have to buy a province for it to really do work, but okay. Well, we're going to definitely top deck that Artificer. So the worst part about this is any card I gain here is going to just get skipped by a loan. So it's almost like I can't even play the loan. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. So if I wanted to gain a seer here, I mean, I have to play the loan, right? I really don't have a choice. I think we just gotta gain like a scheme or something. We'll try another seer. Maybe what I have to do here is like native village hunting grounds or something. But he's already like drawing deck. I think he's got 1 copper left. No, he's killed all of his coppers. Yeah, because he trashed 5, then he trashed 2 more. So he's completely clean. Like, I will never catch him. Yeah, I don't think I have very good shovels. But definitely could have opened loan over a silver. I just wanted to maximize my odds of finding 5, that's all. But maybe that was wrong. He's just gaining all the seers. He might be overdoing it with the seers, to be honest. Maybe not, because, you know, he can just keep tossing stuff to Artificer. Maybe he's not overdoing it at all. I'm surprised he only has 1 scheme. I'd expect a scheme here. Yep, okay. Yeah, he's probably not overdoing it. I don't know what I'm saying. He's looking pretty slick here, actually. I'm not sure what he set aside, but it really just doesn't matter, right? Because you can always just put it back into hand. The top card's Artificer, right? Pretty sure it's Artificer. We're just gonna... We're gonna just take that and hope something works here. We might have to province already. Just kind of do this on the fly. But, like, he's already... I mean, who are we kidding, right? We could resign. So why am I not resigning? Do I really think I'm gonna pile out on him or something? With only 2 Artificers, 3 gains in effect? And no 3rd pile to be seen? I don't see how that's even remotely possible with my deck control. You can score on a whim. It's going to take multiple turns for me to do anything. Yeah, I think I'm pretty dead. We'll see what he does this turn, and then we'll see what I can do, and then we'll probably resign. I feel bad for making him play this one out, but that's the way it goes in B-League, right? I don't know. I think mostly it's just I want the first game to last longer than 5 minutes, to be honest. Like, this game ended like 10 minutes ago. That's mostly what it is. I'm really not sure what he's setting aside, but he's setting aside something. Maybe he's just setting aside Seers? Like, he could just buy another Artificer. He could he probably wouldn't mind a hunting grounds, to be honest. Like, yeah, yeah, he gets one. Like, yeah, it draws about the same amount as Seer, but like, you want to draw a bunch of cards, and it draws cards that Seer doesn't. Hey, that was pretty sweet. I'm not sure what to. I guess we play 2 Artificers, right? We could top deck a Scheme, I suppose. Or maybe a Border Guard is better. And then we can fish for... So it doesn't make sense to toss since we have so many Seers in this next hand. And I don't think it makes sense to top deck a Copper. Oh, I guess I don't have a say in the matter. I think we're just gonna Province here. Like, we have to do something. I will top deck Artificer on the assumption here that I'm gonna find a Seer, so I can maybe get a Native Village, play it, and do something. I fully expect him to double, but I mean, we gotta do something, right? Like, we gotta try something. We can maybe, and this, I put this in 800 quotation marks, but punish him for taking too long. He's not taking too long. I think Scavenger's a good card, though. I'm really surprised he's not. He didn't play with it. I feel like it's better than Poacher. But Poacher's kind of better now because you can draw everything, toss just the Province. You don't even need to set things up with Seer. You can just toss the Province and then Native Village it once you draw your deck. So you don't even really need to set anything up with the Poacher. But the Scavenger, at least theoretically, has so much, like, has like at least a turn of speed in it. At least in theory. Yeah, like he's tossing Estate. He can draw 2 cards, set the Estate aside. I'm not sure why you would want to set the Estate aside, but I guess that's what he's been doing with his Native Villages. Like, you can draw Estates. I guess he's not really at the point where he can toss for Province. But that's only a couple of turns away, right? You can just gain a bunch of Border Guards and stuff, and he can even just gain a Duchy. But maybe I can gain a Duchy. I can Native Village Coppers, right? Like, that's a thing I can do. Of course, I'm saying all this thinking I even have a shot, but okay, so piles are now down to like 6. So I guess ideally I'd gain 1 more Artificer, so I would have 4 gains. He's gonna just completely lap me in gains, but he should just keep getting... Okay, Silver's a good card. He probably needs economy to hit Province. He only needs 1 coin, so I guess he could toss 2 cards for a Border Guard. Or something. And then just buy his Province. You set a card aside Native Village. I assume it's the Estate. So he's got his 2 loans. Unless he set one of the loans aside. which is possible. I mean, we have to province from here on out. If we don't hit province, we can. That will be our reason to resign, is not hitting province. So, we'll aim for that goal at least. I'm gonna get my native village down now. Okay. So I guess we can set aside 1 copper now. As sort of a fake trash. This is like all my seers, but I also have 2 schemes. Also I missed province by 1 coin, right? So I did say I would resign if I missed province. So probably should do that, huh? Okay. Well, I'm not sure. So, Plan Amulet is a thing? This feels... Well, there's no draw, so mega turns are really not feasible. You're just playing with a 5-card hand the entire game. Raider could really hurt here, actually. You might actually just play with Raider here, because, like, every card is just so valuable. So you can't Inventor Mega Turn. The best you can really do, actually, because there's no card draw, is play 3 Inventors a turn. Which is pretty good, but... Okay, that's not true, because Walled Village draws cards. So, the best you could do is play 5 Inventors, which, you know, that is pretty good, but it's not, like... I don't know that it will win a game on its own. But it is hard to argue with 5 Inventor plays. Like, it is a little hard. You're not getting a province with it, though, right? Okay, I guess on your 5th Inventor play, you would get 1 province. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I'm gonna say I want an amulet. But what do I want with the amulet? Do I just want to plan amulet, kill an estate already, and guarantee amulet in my next 2 turns? Because I will buy a 2nd amulet. That seems okay. It seems better than Bonfire, at least. I don't typically like opening Bonfire. Okay. So, we could gain a silver here instead of trashing. Or we could just Bonfire this turn. We could kill the estate. Kill 2 coppers with the Bonfire. Just get really thin. Like, it's kind of hard to argue with that. Here we kill our last estate. So we have 2 options. We can amulet here. I think Bonfire from here on out is just fine. So maybe Inventor now is what we want. They even don't collide, which is just incredible. Like, I cannot state enough just how good that is. So we can kill a copper here, bonfire, if we want. And then we can walled village gain. I mean, yeah, we can gain a walled village next turn. This might even be overkill. I might actually want a silver here. I think I do want a silver. The alternative is I just take a coin here and get 2 walled villages, which actually seems better because then I can inventor gain inventor that way. Let's just do that. So I feel ahead, but only because I'm first player mostly. I don't think it's because I did anything special. Okay, like I just get my inventor now. Or do I? I mean, it's hard to argue with inventor. We could bonfire the last of the coppers. But then we have like no economy. I guess we could gain a silver. I just don't think it helps me at all to bonfire coppers right now. I think I could buy a card instead. Could buy a 2 card. So maybe I get my festival here. Or a festival. Since it's a buy. And coins in a village. Which I guess means maybe I do want to bonfire here. We're going to have a hand of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have 5 cards just easily. We're going to play a walled village anyway, which means we gain a silver to draw, which means I do want a bonfire. Okay. I guess we wouldn't have to draw. We could just play festival instead. Maybe that's better. It's 1 less draw for inventor. If I gain the silver. I guess I'll think about it this turn. Either way, I think I wanted to kill the coppers. So this is playing out more or less like I thought it would. With the whole... So do I want the silver? So I can right now play festival, inventor, gain inventor, play walled village, inventor, gain inventor, play walled village. Stuff's gonna get really cheap. I don't think I want to get a silver. Another inventor. It's really hard to argue against it. I guess I could get a festival, but like they're kind of stop cards. I think 1 festival's fine, but after that it's really hard to justify. Maybe I want a raider. I do want to attack him, right? Like the attack really hurts. So maybe this here's a walled village so that I can draw said raider. Seems fine to me. Then we can just slam the walled villages, since they're like the most important card on this board. Seems fine fine to me. It seems, yeah, like it hurts. It really hurts him. He didn't even finish trashing. I feel like he must have. No, he still has a copper, right? Because there's 14 coppers in total. So he still has a copper to kill. So yeah, I think we actually, like, seriously hurt him. We take it. Of course it means I have to put a raider on my deck every turn, but that's not the worst outcome. Like, we just absolutely crippled him here. He could have Ganon played stuff, and now instead he can't. That's pretty critical, I would say. Sad thing here is we can't Ganon play a raider. But he's GGing me, so that's fine. We would have emptied the walled villages there. We would have maybe even won. I don't know how many games we had. I wasn't counting. But yeah, that raider killed him. 5-2 on this board is not good. I'm gonna say it's not good. You can proc Ironworks. I don't like the Star Chart. I guess he's gonna open Star Chart Steward, or Star Chart Moneylender. Both which seem fine. So you can proc Ironworks to get Ironworks proc and then get a 5, which is Treasury. That's a thing you can do. You're really only single provincing here, so your ways of scoring are Palace and Wishes for duchies or something. And I guess Ironworks can gain estates as well. Yeah, I would have loved to have opened, like, Steward Ironworks or something. Or, yeah, that sounds kind of bad. Maybe just Star Chart Steward. Maybe I just assume, you know, like, well, he opens Star Chart, so maybe I can just get away with opening Steward Vagrant and hope it works out. Like, I don't think I want to open Catacombs. I don't think I want to open Treasury. I feel like it's still just Steward. And then I guess I'll pair it with a Vagrant and hope things work out. Things might not work out. I feel like we just have to skip Star Chart. Is that crazy? Like, we're just gonna be a turn behind no matter what we do. I'll take a second Vagrant, I guess. I mean, it could hurt, but he should get his proc now, I think. He should super get his proc, because next turn he can presumably trigger a shuffle, right? No, he can't. But if he could top deck a card that he knows he won't draw, then he would collide his Procession and Ironworks, and that's just super swell. I want my Ironworks now, I think. So my top card is not a state, but maybe we can find an estate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I don't think more Vagrants really help me at this point. I want my proc now. I want a silver. So I could use Ironworks to gain silver by proc or gain proc by silver. Both do the same thing. Okay. I don't think you can just build all that much here. Like, the most you're doing maybe is you could score 3 points a turn using Bureaucrat to gain a silver and then buy a gold. It's so bad. I feel like you can just mostly province. Single province and be good. I really don't know what he's doing here. It doesn't make any sense to me. Unless he can pop his lamp, which... What? What? I don't know what he's doing. I will say it doesn't seem good, but... What do I know? He'll probably get to his lamp here. Like, if he finds his lamp, he'll have a copper in hand. Yeah, so that's probably just game. I don't know how I can come back from something like that. Meanwhile, we don't even find anything. I don't know. I'm just clicking cards at this point. I feel like Moneylender's nice. You can proc it, kill 2 coppers, get 6, and then turn it into a treasury. But he's already doing like proc stuff. He's doing all the stuff I want to do. I'm pretty jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really jealous. It is a lot of wheel spinning, but it is also a lot of fun. I feel like I can't kill this estate because I need to keep some sort of tiebreaker. But he can also just buy a gold, and by buy a gold I mean buy a duchy, which is just cheaper. So I guess he could. No, he can't. He could buy a gold ahead of time, then use a catacombs trash to gain a silver. That's a way he could do it. He's not gonna pile out this turn. There's just no way. And he's killed his... Okay. Maybe we can... Maybe he'll just dud like twice and then I'll sneak something out on him. That will surely happen. I'm not killing this estate. That's just not gonna happen. I think we proc this Vagrant. I'm going to take a Steward here. And I'm gonna proc this Steward here. Draw twice. We didn't pop lamp. We didn't even hit 8. I feel like we have to draw. Like, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what to do on this board. Like, that was our chance to get our wishes. I don't think it's gonna happen now. On the bright side... Wait, there's a bright side? Good point. I think he just wins here, right? Maybe he doesn't. I feel like he wins here. I guess the only question would be how do you get there, but you can always just proc an Ironworks for 2 estates. Or just buy a gold or something. Yeah, like... Yeah. I don't think there's anything I could have done on that board. I just didn't draw. I had a kind of bad 5-2, and my skipping star chart, which I was pretty forced in my opinion, it just didn't work out. And yet another lamp game. And yet also another ugly game. I guess at least there's Conclave. You can buy a canal and then use Ironworks to do Duchy Duke. How crazy is that? Probably pretty crazy. You probably want to do lamp first and then think about things like that. So I'm gonna open Lookout Conclave, I think. Feels like the thing to do. Of course, I don't want to take all the curses. So maybe the Duchy Duke thing already is... This is bad because I don't even hit 5. This shuffle. Next turn I hit 4. I guess I could get another Conclave. Which means Secret Cave is maybe better. Maybe it isn't. He killed an estate. So he tossed an estate, killed an estate. What did he open? He opened Double Lookout, so he's never gonna hit 5. Right. He didn't have an estate in hand, did he? He tossed an estate, and then he... Oh, that's an info leak. He just hits 5. So he just hits 5, he gets Old Witch? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this dude's luck is absurd. That's gonna be hard to come back from. Let's see. How can I guess we could just get another Lookout. I guess how many uniques do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To hit the unique threshold, we would need a silver. Which I guess we're realistically just not going to hit for a little while. Relic, Old Witch. He didn't. I'm so confused because he must have hit 5 because he had an estate in the discard after he tossed his hand, after he tossed the estate. So he must have had an estate in hand. Oh, did he have a lookout in hand? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he had a lookout in hand. Okay, okay. I'm just not tracking correctly. I feel like Old Witch is better here than Relic, but that will quickly change. Pretty quickly. I think I want a Cellar. Pour out? I don't. No, I do not agree with Poorhouse at all. So the biggest problem is that we're gonna have Old Witch in our next hand. It's very likely that we're gonna draw some cards dead, and otherwise I would have bought an Old Witch here to like connect. So maybe this is just Cellar. I'm gonna play the Old Witch. I mean, that's just gonna happen. Maybe we can finagle a way to find and draw the Old Witch. Using black magic. Well, it looks like he'll get to Canal. So we drew our Cellar. I think at this point we're gonna play Lookout, right? So we want to toss a Conclave in there just for the Old Witch, which seems more important than buying a Relic, even if the Relic hurts. So Conclaves are just right out when it comes to uniques. Nah, I just want to have a turn. I think having a turn is pretty important here. Okay. Cool. I guess a silver doesn't hurt me. Okay, so we're popping Lamp this turn. That was a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. If he finds his Old Witch here, he'll probably pop Lamp, but he didn't, so we're in the clear. I think at this point we're just more worried about dunking him with as many curses as we can play over, say, anything else. So he has a curse in hand. So we have to play the Secret Cave. We can toss the copper safely. I was hoping to find a Lookout, but does Canal even make any sense for me? I don't think it does, because who cares? I'm just gonna hit 5 every turn anyway. Relic makes more sense for me. I think I want a Relic. This kind of sucks as a turn. I guess I'll just gain an Old Witch and play it. definitely doing that now. Of course, we draw the other one, but that's life, right? I think we'll take a gold now for the unique. Here, we're just going to Conclave Old Witch. I would have liked to... Well, he's gonna... No, he didn't even get his lamp. It's in the discard. This has been first player central, hasn't it? Like, every person who's just gone first this game has just crushed it. It's been sort of interesting. Well, he's gonna fish for the lamp. He might get it here, actually, depending on what he has. Okay. Okay. I guess it's not gonna get much better than just province, right? I could buy a canal, because if I hit 7, it's just a province. But other than that, mostly I'm just coasting on the fact that yeah, I got my wishes and you didn't, but that could change right here because he has it in his hand right now, and we know he's gonna have a copper already. So depending on if he plays something else, we know he doesn't have a silver or a gold or a relic. I have both silvers. So he has to play another card. So he's probably thinking about... I'm not sure what he's thinking about. Like, if he doesn't have another action card, he's just not popping lamp here. Oh, he does. Okay. Well, that'll do it, right? I don't get his poorhouse at all. I'm pretty likely to just find my gold. What? So my gold's on the bottom. Rest in peace. I'm going to get another relic since they hurt a lot. I'm going to toss Copper Estate here, and I think we'll just province from here on out. Maybe we'll get a relic if we miss province. But it's really going to be all about hitting relic every turn. A surprising amount of curses have been killed. Maybe not so surprising since he's already thin. What was this, game 4? So he's hitting the Ironworks hard, which tells me he wants to go for Touchy Duke. Which means I need to... Yeah, he's going really hard for that, I feel like. He's provincing. Seems reasonable. Wow, he hit me with the rest of the curses. That's kind of impressive, actually. Okay, I went from feeling ahead to I think I'm actually maybe behind. Maybe it's even. I'm not sure yet. There is a lookout in there. This is his last wish, right? Yeah. Okay. I guess we look out first here. And then Conclave Old Witch. The relics do hurt. But he is going to just start punching through with the duchies, which could be an issue. A pretty big issue, actually. Hey. That was, like, great. I am really glad I bought that canal. I was trashing it, but I am glad I bought that canal now. I don't think I'm gonna win this one, though. Maybe I took too long. Maybe I played it too safe. Wow, am I gonna buy Poorhouse? It's the only way I can score. So I guess it's Poorhouse. Wow. I needed a province like last turn. He really should start on the Dukes now. Like, this should be Duke, easily. Okay, well, one of these should be Duke. Yeah, like, this is over. Especially if he just buys another Duke, which he should. Okay. There's not really a reason to play this Old Witch. I guess there is. It's finding Relic. Oh, that hurts. Well, we gotta hope you... Okay. This hand is bad. I don't see a reason to play that card. Okay, so currently we have 4, 5, 6 money. Boy, this Poorhouse is... Isn't the bottom card Relic? So if he Relics me, I'm gonna just scream. I'm not gonna scream. Also, he might just outscore me anyway. Yeah, I have 6 already. I can't beat that, especially if he just estates or something. Okay. So, like, I'm not counting wrong, right? Like, 6 plus 2 is 8. So we just Relic him. Hope to win next turn somehow. But, you know, this hand prevents that. Yeah. Man. I mean, I even thought about the Ironworks Duke thing. I didn't think it would really work, but I guess it does. I guess it works. Wow. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. That didn't seem like it would ever work. But I guess he really just trashed all of his curses, like, immediately as I gave them to him. I probably had a huge part in it. 5-2 again. Just another awful 5-2. Like, this one's even worse than the last one. I mean, I have to open Mask. You can't not open Mask. And I guess I'll take silver with the Mask. So yeah, it's just like Mask nothing. Wow, this board's awful. Oh, maybe you can do a Feudum raid thing here. Oh, there's just raid Masterpiece Feodum casually. Okay. Is there anything I can do with that? I still think I want to open Mask, right? Like, it's Mask. And I do want the silver. I'm not, like, missing anything, right? Like, Storyteller isn't gonna, like, be great in the opening. Maybe it would be great. It's just, you can't argue with Mask, in my opinion. And he opens double Mask. And he's first player. The FPA is, like, super real on this board, especially with the 5-2. He could already start on the Masterpiece. Like, I wouldn't hate it. I think it would be fine. I think it would be good even. You could even just buy Storyteller. Maybe that's what you do. You just buy Storyteller here, yeah. I will do that myself. I mean, I'm going to take all the silvers I can get. I don't like that raid from him. That really should have just been another Storyteller. I don't agree with that at all. Well, I don't really want to buy anything. So I guess I'll buy an Urchin because it attacks. I really don't like these raids from him. I mean, I guess they hurt, but, like, I guess we're gonna just try for the Urchin. He really should Masterpiece here. Yeah, like, my draws here have been... I don't even think I trash here. I just need to get on in on the silver action, because otherwise I'm just toast. I'm just hoping my Urchins can somehow connect. Get 1 or 2 attacks in. And then he hits 4 anyway because he has 1 billion silvers, so I really don't know what I'm hoping for. It's a fool's errand. I'm just gonna say, like, he'd be in a stronger position if he had just bought a Storyteller over one of those raids. I think he just about takes all the silvers there. We can raid here because it's the same as Masterpiecing. And it attacks him. There, it makes sense to raid. Just start on the Feodums. Is there worth more? Is there a reason to do more than just buy Feodum? I don't think there's a reason to trigger this shuffle. Okay, now we just slowly lose. Maybe we can get a Young Witch. Or he can just slowly empty. So if I pass the silver and I lose points or he gains points, I will die inside. I'm not sure if he gained any points. I would rather not know. I mean, this is over. Okay. These have not been the best boards. It looks like the silver I gave him did give him points, right? Because it's per 3 silvers, and 24 is a multiple of 3. So I just gave him free points. Whatever, I was lost anyway. So Chapel Devil's Workshop calls out to me. Improve King's Court is super good. The Devil's Workshop calls out to me because it gets me golds, and then it then what does it do? This board's nothing. Then King's Court, improve, which gets me triple province, or colony double province, which really isn't, and I guess Tomb Point trashes, which isn't like good. This board's awful. Can I just say this board is awful? Imp isn't even that great, but it's still draw, and you can King's Court it at least. So, yeah, okay. There's Necro too, for... Gee willikers, this board is not good. I can buy a Night Watchman to guarantee trash, and then a gold gain, because if I don't and I whiff, I lose. And Night Watchman can help me set up turns potentially later. I guess we just do it. Okay, hey, it worked. Great. And we're just trashing a hovel instead of a copper, which is not bad, so we'll take it. Of course, you lose museum points, but I don't think that's gonna matter much. I wonder if there's just something edgy you can do on this board, but I just can't imagine what it would be. Could you... No, because Duchy Duke would get smoked by Colony, right? Why are all these boards so shit? I think we played like one good board and the rest have been like a natural disaster. I thought Dominion was better than this. I could just Masterpiece. Or I could just buy gold, trash a bunch next turn, buy gold again, and then hit platinum really fast. Okay, that seems good. Let's do that. We can even gain the gold top deck it. Top deck 3 golds. Buy our plat. I don't even know that King's Court is like that good here. Maybe you just do straight money. It's kind of hard to argue with, to be honest. Like, keep a copper around for the museum points, maybe. Like, I'm not going to kill every copper, right? Doesn't make any sense. At least it doesn't make any sense to me. I guess we could trigger this shuffle. What would that do? Not really anything. I guess it lets us fish for Chapel, but... And it does throw coppers into the next hand. I can kill the Necro with it. Okay. I guess I talked myself into it. I could Stonemason for double King's Court here. Okay. Actually, maybe we can make something work here. Get an imp. So I could Stonemason golds into duchies and dukes, maybe. Maybe Horn. Maybe Horn would be better, right? Maybe okay. I'm gonna spend a really long time on this turn just thinking out the schematics of this, if I can pull it off. Because if I can, I can, and I will. So King's Court's a unique, Horn's a unique. We really only need to hit 8. We'll need multiple imps, but that'll be easy once you get the first Horn. So King's Court, Horn, maybe Stonemason. That's 3 uniques. 4, 5. I don't know. I feel like you can get to 8 here. Call me crazy, but we're gonna do it. We're not gonna kill the Necro. I guess we can kill the Night Watchman at this point. It does set up turns, but do we care about that? Okay, so I can't gain and play Horns. Like, I could Stonemason. I can definitely... I would have to Stonemason first, so I would need a hand of Stonemason Gold, and it's a force trash. It's not a pretend trash. So I would have to find my Necro in hand anyway, right? So to gain and play Horns, I would... I'm not... That's just realistically not going to happen. So what's going to happen is I'm going to King, Imp, draw a bunch, use the Imp to play the Stonemason without kinging it, the Stonemason. Okay, it is really possible. Okay. So we kill 2 coppers here then. And we try and set up our turn, which we toss these 3 cards easily. There's a gold in there anyway, and we want to find the double King's Court. Okay, please find King's Court. Okay, great. This wins, I think. Well, it's a winning hand, I mean. Like, I don't think it wins, but I feel like I'm gonna win now because of this. So now we're gonna get a bunch of Horns. Like King. We're not gonna play that for now. I guess we could gain 4 Horns here. Hurrah. Seems good. What could go wrong? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll have 6 uniques, 7 if we play Chapel. And we won't be able to play Stonemason for long, so we will need a silver at some point. So maybe we don't get 4 Horns. Also, Horns are unique, so that's not going to be a problem. Okay. Wait. Whoops. I guess we can play Necro. Horn. Okay. So just toss everything here. Okay. So now the game is connect King's Court, which this Night Watchman will potentially do. Okay. I guess it won't do it this turn. Well, we can gain more Horns, I guess. I feel like we're going to need a silver. let's see. So imps unique. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then gold's 8. So we don't need to do that. Okay. So we just toss everything that's not King's Court. Ouch. I think we pass here. Maybe we were too early on the horns. That's also possible. I guess I'll take another gold. I don't think buying copper is a good idea. So mostly we need to just get a bunch of Night Watchmans together to chain to get a turn of like King, King, Imp. That's the goal here. So if we stonemason this gold, we already have a gold, so we can get 2 more horns. We can get 2 Night Watchmans and try and set up a turn with 2 KCs and a bunch of imps, maybe. I mean, gaining 7 provinces is just about the same as gaining 8, right? How many horns do I have? This isn't helpful. So I play. So what? I have to look up here. Oh, it's gains 2. Okay. So gains 2 horns. So I have 4. Four, 5, 6, 7? Do I really have all 7 horns? I guess I do. Improve works, right? Like, I can buy 1 improve. I can get 1 improve later and just connect it with a King's Court and win that way. So, like, the most important thing right now is to... This is a good start. Toss these. Okay. That should do it. I think I have more than 3. Maybe I only have 3 imps. Okay, so this is the 3rd imp play. That's kind of sad. I guess on the bright side, we're gonna clear out the shuffle. We can get 1 improve. I guess we'll just keep getting horns. Clear out these. Okay. There's an imp in the top 2 here. The main issue is going to be finding double King's Court, like, ever. So maybe we just toss both imps here and just kind of punt. Oh, okay. Now I'm confused. Oh. Maybe I'm messing this up. I must be. I mean, it's the correct thing to do, but I'm probably really whiffing this up. He's buying chapel. It must be stonemason for 2 King's Courts. I mean, to be fair, I don't know what he's doing either. Like, I probably overgained horns, gained them too soon. I never hit 7 with the horns, so I couldn't gain King's Courts. I guess we're just gonna gain more Night Watchmen's, but I only have 2 King's Courts, and then I just drew one of them. So I'm not sure what adding more cards is gonna do to my chances. I guess we could just try running piles at this point. Okay. Let's find that King's Court. This is bad. I guess we have to toss an imp here. I really don't know what he's doing. I guess nobody knows what they're doing. So maybe I'll start just getting death cards for the museum points. This is like a comedy of errors. It doesn't make sense to play this because if I draw my King's Court, I'll want to King's Court the improve instead. Okay. And it doesn't make sense to play these Night Watchmen's because there's a King's Court on top and triggering. Did I have an imp before? It might make sense if I had an imp before. King's Court. No, I only have 3 imps, right? I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm awful at this game. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Improve. I do have 4 anyway. Did we did toss one. Okay, that's where it went. So it makes sense to try and fish. I mean, we gotta do something. I'm not about to flood my deck. with a bunch of stuff, but I guess I am about to flood my deck with a bunch of stuff. I need to win. Let's score a bunch of points. What could possibly go wrong? I do have a ruined whatever now. I can Masterpiece for a silvers, which gets me more points. Oh, what am I doing? But only overpay one. Come on, let's find that imp. Wow. I am one lucky son of a bitch. I can improve a card. I can improve an imp into something that's not good. There's nothing to improve here. I guess Necro could improve into an estate. That's worth a couple points, right? So I can't King's Court Death card, actually. That doesn't work. Thanks, Donald, for that ruling. Probably should have remembered that. Hey. Does this win? Can I win here? Somehow? So if I Stonemason, Death Cart, or some... No, I'd Stonemason the Devil's Workshop, presumably. This is the third play. And I only hit 10. I don't hit, say, 11. Otherwise, I would buy a colony. Let's see. So I can... Okay, so if I blow up this duchy into a Devil's Workshop and a ruin, I mean, it might as well be Death Cart. I'm trying to... Okay, let's... So if we blow up Duchy into 2 Death Cards... that empties the ruins, and then it gets the Death Cards down to 5, and then I can buy 4 of them, which does nothing. Oh, you know what? There's Horn. I'm a clown. Let's just win. Instead of, you know, not winning. Oh, what am I doing with my life? Let's see. Is that it? Is that it? I guess it is. Everyone's leaving. Okay. Thanks for the games. That was that has not been the best match of all time, but I gotta say it was a lot of fun. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you all next time when I play my next match.